Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, I want to weigh in on the debate here in cryptocurrency. Where is Bitcoin going by the end of the year? I've heard everything from $20,000 to $500,000. There's all kinds of predictions that the bull market's going to end in a month and that we're going to rally 3 months from now. There is so much conversation and speculation on this that I figured I'd throw my hat in the race. We are going to be discussing where Bitcoin heads next and why I think it's going to go there in this video. You're going to get a lot of great value out of today's video because you're going to have a better understanding of where we're going next. So make sure to stay tuned, guys. We got a lot to talk about before I get started, though. If you do enjoy today's video, make sure to smash that like button. But without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. The very first thing I want to talk about is building on what we talked about last Saturday. If you haven't seen last Saturday's video, then make sure to go and watch it. We talked about something having to do with the stock-to-flow model on Bitcoin and how Bitcoin stock-to-flow model deflection is massive right now. What that means is that Bitcoin is incredibly undervalued compared to the stock-to-flow model, and that's what we're going to be talking about here. As you can see, this gray line in the middle of this chart represents what stock-to-flow is predicting. If you don't know what stock-to-flow is, we actually have a video coming out on the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy on it in a couple of weeks, but basically it is a ratio of how much of a commodity or asset is in existence compared to how much is being created. So if you have 100 units of gold and 1 unit of gold being produced every single year, then it would take 100 years to reproduce the current stock, which is 100, with the flow, which is 1. So you have a stock-to-flow ratio of 100. The higher that ratio is, the more valuable an asset can be, and the much better it is at storing value into the future, which is what Bitcoin was made for. So this is a very important chart to take note of. What I want to point out here is that stock-to-flow is actually predicting that we should be sitting at $99,000 right now. The day I'm recording this video, Bitcoin is sitting at $38,670. We are nearly 60% lower than where we should be, and I personally believe that we're going to be heading back towards those levels. I have a strong feeling that Bitcoin has a good chance, that was an interesting sentence, that Bitcoin could be going back to 100K by the end of this year. I'm going to make that prediction later on in the video, a little bit more specific. But for right now, let's back up. What have we seen happen over the last several months? Well, Bitcoin went into a massive bull market. We rallied all the way up to $42,000 and rallied then again all the way up to $65,000. But here's the thing. Looking at the stock-to-flow model, at the time we hit $63,000, we were only supposed to be trading at $45,000 according to the stock-to-flow model, which, if you are not familiar with it, has been remarkably accurate for the last 12 years that it has been tracked. This now would see if Bitcoin, for example, when Bitcoin hit $65,000, it was roughly 50% higher than the predicted stock-to-flow price. If that were to happen on Bitcoin, we would go to $150,000, and we're only trading at 38. I think that we have a lot of reason to believe that we're going to continue to rally here, and I would be very surprised if we did anything but going to $100,000 in the next 12 months. But I want to get a little bit more specific. Where is Bitcoin going by the end of this year? Well, guys, there are major predictions that Bitcoin's going to go over 100K. I'll come right out and tell you, I am almost certain that that is not going to happen, and the reason is because Bitcoin would have to triple its market capitalization in just 4 months. Where does the $2 trillion that is needed to do that come from? I don't think that that's feasible. What I do think is feasible is close to a $100,000 price prediction and about $5,000 to $8,000 on Ethereum. But as far as Bitcoin is concerned, there are several reasons why I believe that we're going to be going close to $100,000 by the end of this year. Namely, there's a bullish MACD cross coming in on the weekly chart MACD. Notice in the next couple of weeks, we should be seeing a bullish cross coming in here. And in fact, remember what we teach in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy on MACD. Whenever you see this color change, generally you're finding that happening around the bottom. Well, guess where the bottom was? It was just a couple of weeks ago, and I think that it's in. I think that we're going to continue to the upside. Notice here how the RSI rallied all the way up to 93 back in January, but now it's pulled all the way down to 50. That is a very healthy reset, even deeper than what we normally see during a bull market. I've made the argument that we're still in a bull market, and I very much think that is true. I think that these indicators indicate that we're going to see a continued bull market. But there's a few more things that we want to look out for out here. Notice, guys, Lux Algo had a sell signal back in May, both on the weekly chart and the daily chart. However, if we continue to rally here and move all the way back up above $42,000, close to $50,000, like I think we will in the next month or two, then we're almost certainly going to see a buy signal out on the weekly chart, and that would be a very good sign. Another thing to point out is that Bitcoin right now, at the time of recording this video, is trading right around the 20-weekly exponential moving average. If you look back in history, Bitcoin normally stays above the 20-weekly EMA. Now, the fact that we've fallen below it here, I don't think is indicative that we're in a bear market. I think it's indicative that we rallied way too far, way too fast last year, and that we needed to correct. But if we manage to get back up above the 20-weekly EMA, that would be a very bullish indicator that we're heading further to the upside. Now, guys, there are several other things that are impacting the price action on Bitcoin right now. The number of active addresses on Bitcoin is very low, meaning that people are hodling their Bitcoin. The amount of outflows from exchanges is very high, meaning people are, you guessed it, hodling their Bitcoin. The whales are buying Bitcoin at this level, and I think a lot of the institutions that were trying to manipulate the market down bought in down around $28,000, $29,000, $30,000, and now it's in their best interest to manipulate the market to the upside so they can turn a profit. Another thing to keep in mind, Elon Musk came out and said if green energy starts making up over 50% of the power generation for Bitcoin mining, then Tesla will consider coming back into cryptocurrency. That has now happened. According to some statistics, over 60% of Bitcoin mining is done with green electricity. We could see Tesla come back into the space in the next couple of months, and if they do that, you better believe that the entire mainstream media is going to be talking about Bitcoin again. It's going to drive a massive amount of bullish sentiment, and it's going to be a big deal. Now, some of the counter arguments to this are very valid. One, there is the disease that shall not be named going on, and it is picking back up, and it could damage the world economy, have people become more conservative with their money and less likely to invest in Bitcoin. And there's also the argument being made that deflation is coming before a period of major inflation a couple of years from now, and that could lead to people leaving Bitcoin for the US dollar as its value is going up as a result of all of the nonsense that has happened over the last several years. I want to hear your takes on this in the comment section down below, though. Tell me down below, what is your price target? Type a number, and then also tell me what your favorite fruit is. I want to hear what your favorite fruit is. Mine's bananas. You didn't know this, I bet, but bananas are actually berries. I have some right here, and I'm going to eat one as soon as we're done. So tell me what your favorite fruit and or berry is in the comment section. Also, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to sign up for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. In that, you will learn everything you need to know about technical analysis so you can make these long-term price predictions and have confidence in your investments and your ability to profit in this space. You can check that out with the link in the description box down below. And also make sure to sign up for Lux Algo because you're not going to want to miss that weekly chart buy signal when or if, probably more of a when, it does finally flash. Will be a big investment signal. You can sign up for both of those with the link in the description box down below. We currently have a 20% off discount on Lux Algo. Use coupon code JEB, J-E-B-B, for 20% off at checkout. Before I go, though, guys, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching and subscribing and liking as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.